Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing in BI, and we've got a Paribus video today, navigating the exchange landscape. This is from April 21st. It's been a little while since we've done Paribus content outside of pricing and charts, but we're going to get back into it. Let's get started here. Let's go ahead and blow this up so we can see it a lot better. Navigating the exchange landscape. In crypto, one element stands out as a crucial infrastructure for buying, selling, and trading digital assets: exchanges. Despite the promise of decentralized exchanges, most transactions occur on centralized exchanges such as Binance, Coinbase, and KuCoin. People trade where trading is available. I try to use decentralized exchanges, but the cost is really high. Liquidity is typically low. And it's just much easier and cheaper to just use KuCoin, especially if it's available there. These platforms play a pivotal role in facilitating the global crypto economy, which is why they've become a target for regulators seeking to slow the space's adoption and development. So again, you have the Death Star for exchanges, these big places. So the governments are going to attack those places in order to hurt you and me, because that is their goal. Their goal is not to necessarily stop Coinbase. Their goal is to stop you. They want to stop you from buying crypto. They want to stop you from getting big gains. They want to stop you from influencing your friends and your family to get into this as well. They want to stop and slow that down greatly because they can't account for it and they can't control it. From this perspective of the projects, exchanges play a critical part in helping their community support and raise the profile of their protocol. However, listing on exchanges can be complicated and come at cost. So each new agreement must be carefully planned and timed, and we've seen that. We have seen the communication with these exchanges, man, I tell you. Not the best, right? As Dennis, our CEO, explains, securing a new exchange listing is almost always a benefit to the project as it allows the token to be more accessible. There are costs that are associated, which can hinder the runway for projects. Additionally, providing liquidity can be costly, and following the stipulation of particular exchanges can come at the cost of changing certain business structures. Yeah, I'm sure they want big money in order to support the token being added to their exchange. The lack of regulatory clarity in the crypto space has benefits and drawbacks. While it allows for innovation, it also exposes users to risk from bad actors, as seen in the case of FTX, which was I never used FTX, hadn't really no interest in it, and I'm glad that I felt that way. This has helped to create a vibrant ecosystem of diverse platforms, but also carries the weight of responsibility for users to understand the risks involved in every transaction. The necessity for self-education rather than relying on the advice of influencers can make it challenging for people to identify trustworthy exchanges and protect their investments. Looking to the future of centralized exchanges, Wilson, our COO, says centralized exchanges are receiving increased scrutiny from regulators given the FTX collapse, which is hilarious because the government was in bed with FTX all around the board and they knew about it. They approved it in certain circumstances as far as advertising and sports, and then they let it fail and they watched it fail and continue to fail. And then said, oh, look, crypto's bad, even though it wasn't crypto. It was literally a centralized exchange that they themselves, a lot of them were invested in or received donation dollars from. So it's like just this big lie. I believe that the centralized exchanges are forward-looking and want to minimize risk. I don't really feel that way. This is why some are withdrawing their U.S. operations and looking for ways to decentralize. Simon, our CTO, concurs. SEXs, or centralized exchanges, which we call SEX, Yeah, it is what it is, have amassed very large treasuries and will deploy capital when needed to continue generating revenue. This can come in the form of fighting lawsuits or making systematic changes to the way of to their way of operating. Another challenge facing exchanges is the constant threat of security breaches. Since users' funds are stored in digital wallets, which are essentially digital files, they are vulnerable to hacking and other cybersecurity risks. There have been numerous high-profile hacks and security breaches of cryptocurrency exchanges in the past, resulting in millions of dollars worth of losses. To address these concerns, exchanges have implemented various measures to safeguard funds. These include multi-factor authentication, cold storage, regular security audits, and insurance coverage for potential losses. However, the constantly evolving nature of cyber threats require exchanges to remain vigilant and continually update their security protocols to protect user assets. The combined risk factors of either the exchange mismanaging user funds or external security breaches have fueled people's interest in self-custody. That means you're not storing your money on KuCoin. You're not storing your assets on KuCoin. You do your trades, you do your business, you take those assets, and then you move them back to your own wallet, your own cold storage. Which, I mean, that's the best way to do it, right? But it could be annoying and costly in some cases. So I understand why a lot of people don't do that. As the space grows, it's becoming more common for users to move their funds to exchanges for the transaction and then return their tokens to their own wallet afterwards. As the space grows, it's easy to forget that we're still in the early stages of adoption. As a technology, regulation, and business practices develop, it's easy for unforeseen difficulties to arise. One such problem arose for us with our new market makers, GSR and KuCoin. Owing to this issue, KuCoin temporarily suspended PBX trading on the exchange for U.S. customers. It's a situation we're working hard to resolve, as Dennis explained. We want to thank our community for their patience with this issue. We are in communication with KuCoin and GSR to resolve this issue. Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do to force their hand. We will continue to follow up and keep our community updated when there are relevant updates. With increasing mainstream adoption and interest from institutional investors, exchanges are likely to play a major role in influencing the future of the space. As the industry matures, finding the right balance between regulation and innovation and addressing the challenges faced by exchanges will be crucial for their long-term success and sustainability. As we look at meme tokens and meme coins pumping through the roof, and Binance listing Pepe and things like that, it really makes you feel kind of weird about the space a lot of times, because you'll sit here and in the case of PBX, you'll say, well, PBX is this great project. I've been along for the ride this whole time. I've been buying and hodling, or I've been buying and trading and making a go of it. Regardless of which way you go, you kind of pay attention to the elephant in the room, which are other projects. Like, why are these projects getting more light? Why are these projects getting listings on Binance? Why can't PBX is a way better project than Pepe, right? Yeah, PBX is actually a project. Pepe is nothing. It's a meme coin. But liquidity is where these companies look. When there's so much liquidity and there's so much going on with that digital asset, it's just a lot of these exchanges, these companies, they can't say no to the money. They know that it's revenue. They know that it's going to drive tons of revenue. They don't seem to much care about educating their people, educating their clients, even though they'll market and say that they do. With these moves, there's no way they can. There's no way that they would put, Pepe and innovation on Binance. Like, no. Like, they should take that opportunity, if they're going to list it, to really explain what this is and why this is happening. But I'm not seeing that. They're really allowing a lot of people that don't know how the game works, haven't been around for the years that we've been here for, and witness the things that we've seen in that time. They're kind of just, hey, man, we'll take the liquidity. We'll take the transactions from the trades But whatever happens to you, man, that's on you. Good luck. That's the way they operate. That's the way I see them operating. And they can't tell me anything other than that, because that's what they're doing. But yeah, this is interesting. Navigating the exchange landscape. Definitely going to be talking about exchanges, because I kind of just use them in my videos, but I don't actually really talk about them and like what they do, what they're for, and why we use them. So definitely going to start looking at producing some more basic and general crypto content so that people can grasp the concepts and understand what we're doing when we're making different moves in other videos. So again, thank you for checking out my video. Make sure you hit the like and hit that share. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel, please. Be putting up more PBX content. This is one of the first videos in a while, and you'll see plenty more. So thank you again for checking out the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.